You can't see me, which is perhaps a good thing, but I'm smiling with delight. One of those unexpected finds, although the species that you're looking at, tucked in the pine needles here, is found several hundred yards or meters away from where I'm stood, and several hundred meters away in two directions, but it's the thing that's moving that we're looking at, and that it's now tucking itself down, because this is Platybunus pinetorum, and this is a juvenile subadult. I normally typically start looking for these sometime in March, I think it is, and usually on the base of smooth bark trees such as beech. As you can tell, this is no smooth bark tree, and it is no beech. It is in fact, of course, a Scots pine, and this is a young Scots pine in a scrubby area. As I mentioned, this find has come totally out of the blue and pretty much changes what I personally know about Platybunus pinetorum, because I didn't expect it to be arboreal in this kind of manner. This is something new to me, and where I am located at the western end of Budby South Forest, this is indeed a new location for Platybunus pinetorum. It's hiding now. When I first saw it, it was on the fir cone above where the seven-spot ladybird was, and I saw a bit of movement and I couldn't believe my eyes. It's amazing. I'm actually looking for seven-spot ladybirds. I'm doing a seven-spot ladybird count here, and at the same time I'm looking for striped ladybird. I haven't forgot about looking for striped ladybird, and then I've come across this juvenile Platybunus pinetorum, and I'll show you the location. I'll show you first in context of where our Platybunus pinetorum is, and it's tucked in just there. This is a particularly sunny and sheltered spot. It's not within the Budby South Forest Nature Reserve run by the RSPB. This is an area that has been used for storing logs over time, but also roadstone to furnish the forest tracks here. For the last few years, it's been left, and small copses of Scots pine and silver birch and goat sallow have grown. It's always been an area that's been incredibly disturbed, especially by the motorbikers that frequent it. Not so much now, by the sound of it, but it's always been a very disturbed site. It's now a scrubby area backing up to some plantations of pines, and those pines, or at least some of them, are earmarked for imminent removal, which will affect Platybunus pinetorum here, but hopefully some will survive. Our juvenile, I'm trying to hold this steady, but our juvenile Platybunus pinetorum, as you can tell, is remarkably well camouflaged at the base of the developing pine cone here. The most obvious feature will be the chestnut coloured ocularum, which houses the eyes. What remarkable camouflage. In terms of size, the body length is probably little more than 4 mil, to be honest. And had it not moved as I was looking at this, I wouldn't have seen it. These are absolutely fabulous invertebrates, you'll know I have a thing about harvestmen. Dennis and I have pretty much done all the work in Nottinghamshire on harvestmen. They were always neglected, and finding this species a few years ago now was one of the highlights of my entomological career. But these many harvestmen are scavengers of prey that spiders have thrown out and that kind of thing. But these are active hunters. They will take small flies, small moths, anything that trundles around the trunks of trees or whatever vegetation they're on. But it's remarkable that this one has turned up here. In this immediate locality, there's no smooth bark trees, so that's why I've never looked for it at this particular area. And yet, if they do frequent young pines such as this and older pines, then I've never beaten one off such habitat. It's always nice when you learn or find out something new, and find out something new for yourself. One of the joys of invertebrate recording. And this is the highlight of my day today.